Hello. Hello? Oh, Tara, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay. We're having some mic issues.
Okay.
Neely might not be talking too much tonight.
Welcome, Tara. Glad you're here tonight.
Thank you so much. I'm off screen making tea.
Enjoy your tea. Geshe here.
Please be patient. It will take some time. I haven't been back like 3 weeks. We don't have class last 3 weeks or 4 weeks. It'll take some time to set it up. Uh,
Okay. So I will share the screen for Zoom, folks, Lamala, and you can just use your gold prayer book unless you get on.
Okay, so let's start with the short mandal offering on page 97 and 98 in the Gold Prayer Book.
What does Golamula say? The seven limb prayer. You're not going to say seven limb prayer?
Yes, I am
Okay.
after this.
First seven limb, then mandala last.
Okay,
Oh, yeah. Mandala needs to be bed last.
I thought it's a new teaching, so
Oh, okay. Yeah.
is that okay?
Yeah. Mandala, you're going to say the long one, short one. Okay. Stanza.
Saji Shu Shi Ben No Di Dog Ki cha so idam satamandala yatayami. Now go to page 35 in the Gold Prayer Book. It's the red tab. Oops. Gosum gupe go cham sepen. Badule june dola cheki kolo padang oh no. Okay, now please turn to page 98 and Geshe will lead us in the refuge and bodhicitta prayer.
This prayer is for setting up positive intention, positive motivation. Okay, motivate, think something good for your present here at the center. Think something good to the best motivation is to think about well-being of all living beings, not just for yourself. All the living beings. Wish them something good, something wonderful. So technically it's called bodhicitta motivations. Okay, altruistic intentions. Based on Mahayana teaching, the best way to achieve highest level of happiness is to have altruistic intentions. So then you get immense benefit, you get maximum benefit thinking about the well-being of other living beings, and you get a lot of benefit. Okay, this prayer is true for to set up that kind of intentions for the class. Okay, Sanje Cheta Soji Changju Pardon Dage Cheshi Jebe Sun Dola Pinja Sanje Cheta Jumba Sunamje Don Sanje Cheta Chanju Da Dola Lame Miname Vaje Ombodo Jaji Lazo Chuju Chola Chawajama Sanje Yazola Radajene Juma Nidari Name Desheji Namo Alayega Damudani Gudimo Dame and Wagunya Namre Kange Tose Nizone Tawatamje Bombe Tambe Chune Tenza Otam Tala Chao. Good evening. Good evening. So, greetings from the Cardinal. Here, okay. Greeting from the bluebird on Blue Jay from Zoom and YouTube. Can you hear? Somehow the bird, they don't hear the bird noise. They hear only donkey noise. Donkey voice they hear. They don't hear the nice voice. That's interesting. One more time. No? Wait a minute. This is, I'm not sure what is this about. Oh. No. This is for good nap. And even if no good time, just for during the daytime or in the morning class, then I use this one. So good to see you again. So after a couple of weeks, all my friend online, so Zoom, so and, so you requested me to teach now. I already taught a letter to friends composed by Indian Master Nagarjuna. That was finished, completely done. Took long time. So now there's a number of topic. There's a number of suggestions about the topic. So then I choose Heart Sutra to teach the Heart Sutra. This is Heart Sutra is like a Q&A between our Avalokiteshvara, which is like all the enlightened compassion appear into form. That's called Avalokiteshvara, Buddha of compassion. Buddha of compassion, okay? So then, if you look at the, I'm not sure, but there's some, yeah, there's some painting, I think we don't have here, like actually it's a Buddha's painting that are left and right, there's two monks standing up. This one is called Shariputra. I think Sanskrit means son, probably. The Mongol Putra, that's Sharipu, Mongolpu. So then here, the Shariputra is the one who's asking the question to our Lokiteshvara about shunyata, emptiness. So then Shakyamuni Buddha is in deep meditative, deep in meditations, rejoicing their Q&A. So that's how the Heart Sutra happens, like between Q&A, the Buddha being witness or rejoicing their Q&A. So this is very powerful sutra. Powerful sutra. So commentary that I'm reading is the Lama from Tibet, master from Tibet. Probably his one is the 14th Dalai Lama's birthplace, which is called Amdo regions. The Lama was from that region. Probably lived up to 70 some years, but there's no clear record exactly when Lama passed away. They don't have that record. So there's the commentary that's composed by Tendal Haramba. So that's the one I'm using it. So it looks like it's only translated into English, Tendal Haramba. So the main subject, before we start the book, The main subject of this, conversation Q&A between Avalokitesvarava and Shariputra is Q&A is all based on shunyata, emptiness. In English, they translate emptiness doesn't show much meaning, but shunyata, could be quiet, very quiet, very quiet. There's no noise. Ultimately, there is no noise. There's not basically noise here probably refers to all the projections that we project, refers to our perceptions. Each person has different perceptions. In reality, there could be one object like this, but there's 100 different perceptions. Or another way to say, 100 different ways of seeing it, and reacting it, seeing, reacting based on that, then different feelings. Object is one. How come that one object generates so many different opinions, feelings, projections? These are considered as a noise. There's a lot of noise in the so it's kind of hard to experience shunyat, just quiet, just quiet, no noise, zero noise, just quiet, shun. Or shun could mean zero, could mean zero. There's nothing, doesn't mean really nothing, but there's nothing as we project. There's nothing as we project. We project, and that's what you see, problem. Not just that, then you start to believe what you see, bigger problems. So it's all begin with notion of self, I. Notion of, it all begins with this the word I, or I'm not happy, I'm angry, I'm not satisfied, I'm very angry, very discouraged, very unfairly treated. This I, that goes, according to Buddhism, it comes since the beginning this time to till now. It's always like self. Self-guards, Tangbo. According to Indian master Chandakriti, wrote a text called Entering into the Middle Way. Same thing. Middle way, emptiness, shunyata, ultimate truth. These are all different names, all mean same thing. It all boils down to the same point. Ultimate truth, same thing. Tangbo Ngashi Dalashin. In that text, what Master Chandakriti said, right from the beginning, we become attached to ourselves. There's nothing much you can do. That's part of life. You wonder how this problem started. That's how it started. You become so attached to yourself. Then from there, then Dagidi. Then from there, my family, my religion, my culture, my country, my tradition, then this goes on and on and on and on. So time to wake up. Tambungachen dalajin dagi dichim na chajim sujun chin tara sujun chin means it's like what you call water wheel. There's no wheel, there's a box. Goes grab water, that comes up. It just One boss goes down, the same boss goes up, the same boss come down. Cycle, the cycle of this, cycle of this problem, complication. Born, then get old, then get sick, then die, then again born. Like it's like cycles that is happening many years, not just this time. It happened many times. May not remember at all, but happened many times. So you should not wrong, and that's like you don't have. It's not. This is not going under your control. It's going out of control. You don't have control. It's going. This wheel is tuning. It's out of control by the force of actions and afflictions. That's how this wheel turns. The region around dollar Ning. So that is the basis. That's the base for universal compassions. Not because I care about you, because you're my relatives, or because you're my friend. It's not. There's nothing to do with friend or relatives. Simply that you've been born, get old, then while you are alive, you went through all kinds of complicated lives, up and down, then you die, then you're born again. So therefore, I sympathize with you. I feel sorry for you. I really want you to be free from this cycle. So that's the foundation for universal compassion. It's not about how much you get, how much you got from you, or there's nothing to do. It's just knowing the true nature of our existence. That's how life is all about. So there's no living being is free from that. Every living being go through that problems. That problems. Everyone has that problems. From President of the United States all the way to newborn child, none of us free. So we have to walk. We must liberate ourselves from that cycle. Liberate. So, and what it requires, the liberation. So now, good understanding of shunyata, emptiness, is very much needed. Okay, this is all about shunyata. So the main subject of this sutra is called Heart Sutra. The main subject of the Heart Sutra is called shunyata, emptiness. Okay. So now you understand. You can make link. Right from the beginning, you become so attached to yourself. That's how all these complications begin. Not because you are a friend, not because you are family, not because you are neighbor, not because you are president, not because of your country. That's what we like to believe, but actually that's not true. That's not true. If you really want to break the cycle, looking outward, that's not the answer. That's not the answer. That's not the answer. You need to look inward. You need to understand the inward. Okay. So now, what is shunyata? Okay, you become so attached to self. Do self exist? Yes, self do exist. It doesn't exist exactly the way you think, the way you see, or where you believe. When you are born, you have no name. You have no name. Doesn't mean you don't exist. You do exist. You are human. You are breathing, very much breathing, living being. But you don't have name. So then somebody call you, for in my case, somebody call like maybe in our traditions, we parents never give name to child, so they always bring to the priest. Many monks, they go bring their child to the monk. The monks give name. There are traditional way of giving names. So then, say, for example, in my case, I was called Gelek. Gelek. So then I become Gelek. So before that, nobody knows. They just call baby. They call just baby. That's what they call you are baby. So now this is building up. The base of the complications is building up. So now you have name. Then people start to call you Gelek, Gelek. Then slowly you kind of like learning. Oh, I was called. So then you kind of like relate to yourself through that level. Maybe that's how you probably introduce. And that. So it's just name. It's just name is a word. It's just word. That cannot be fully represent yourself. It's just a word. So now in the modern world, what do? You have ID. Then you use your ID piece of paper. In my hometown, nobody has ID. Only way to that you have to show as a person. So that the development world is get more complicated. So that's how you became in the John, Elise, or Julie. That's how you become Julie. It's not like, but we don't think. Now we just get so used to that name, we don't think. We don't think how I become Julie. We don't think. We just thought like, oh, just almost like feel like that. I just exist from, like I just exist like that. I just exist like that. That's mistake. You don't exist like that. That's mistake. So now how to get to the bottom of that, how to get. Yeah, so each time when you say I, probably you are saying this based on number of different things. You may be saying this from based on your physical structure, maybe sometimes emotions that you get so angry, so how like something so happy. So this the notion of self rise based on many different emotions. It doesn't rise on one only based on only one emotion. So that notion of self needs to be analyzed. You can't go along with that. Why? Because that's the how all this complication in life began. That's how it started. Life started. So it's very important us to understand the very self that you are so being so attached right from the beginning. That self needs to be understood clearly. So now ask yourself how you're going to define that self. How you're going to define. So much been built, so much stories been built on that. So much, there's many layers of things built on that notion of self. So now, what is self? What is self? Fear, anxiety, stress, many things built on that, many things built on that. So that very base needs to be understood clearly. So now ask, what is self? Okay, that's where that's like it's important because like this is the way the meditation on shunyata begin. You can't just meditate here, it doesn't help. This is no source of the problems. Source of all the complications begin with the notion of self, not like the notion of prayer wills. So after that, so it's very important. Okay, tambo ngashe dala shinjuji dagi dishingula charge suggestion that rola nije. So situation, same thing wherever you look, everybody has going through this. So then you feel bad if you want to liberate them, you want to help them, you want to teach them how they can liberate themselves. That's called liberation, nirvana. That's what it's called, liberation, nirvana. What is that? There's like freedom from samsara. What is samsara? It is cycle of all these complications. Nyeba meba. What is samsara? Nyeba meba. There's like six drawback as samsara as a whole. What is the sixth drawback? Downside. Nyeba meba. Nothing is certain. Nothing is certain. We want everything needs to be certain and definite. That's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Unless you liberate yourself. Dissatisfactions. What is that? That's going to be there till you liberate yourself. Don't be surprised. Don't hope that you're going to be satisfied all the time. That's not going to happen. Satisfied here, there, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Satisfied here, there. But, oh, I want to be happy all the time. That's probably not going to happen. Sorry to say, that's not going to happen. It's nice to have. It will be very wonderful. It will be wonderful. It will be wonderful if life will be happy all the time. But that in samsara, being part of samsara, nothing is certain. Today's best friend. Best friend. There's many things what you also call like soulmate, best friend, that you feel like you can give your heart to that person. With few unguarded words, with few unguarded words that he say, she say, or he say, like who said. So then projecting on that, we are very good at projecting things. Or maybe there's like 1 inch, we like 5 inch, then become 6 inch. And then we project. Few words been said, unguarded word, unkind words been said, then you project. So then tomorrow, that very person, your best friend, today's best friend tomorrow become your worst enemy. What is that? Uncertainty. Samsaric problem, uncertainty. I should not be surprised. Impermanent change. Lama Kungdang, Tibetan Master Kungdang Rinpoche said that to help us to understand and don't expect everything should be like this forever. Mistake. You will be disappointed. Better to be beware. The Lama Kundar Rinpoche advice for empowerment. Tutari yiju tubu ya tsi lenye chila namdo ke dota ne sanye dame das. Worst enemy. Niringa zumba tenacious. Friendship is finished. Tomorrow the friendship, this very close friendship is gone. What is that? Life? That's life. Uncertainty. Second one. Dissatisfactions. So need to be aware right from the beginning. Believing, oh, I'm going to be satisfied rest of my life. Probably mistake. If you'll be aware right from the beginning, when it happens, then you will be no surprise. You'll be not like hugely disappointed. So need to be fully awake. Okay. So yeah, so there are like Samsara, you can't blame yourself. Best thing, liberate, or don't complain. His life is going to be like that. Don't complain, it's going to be like that, because that's what life is about. That's what is life. Being part of samsara, that's what's going to happen. Don't complain and trying to see the reality and move on. So now the point is here, the shunyata, okay, shunyata. So it's good to every day take some time, sit, breathe, sit, and just think. Meditation means think. It's not just meditation, means just sit like this and do nothing. It's not like that's not meditation. That's called just sitting. Meditation means think. Or concentration, meditation, or that means no thinking. Just focus, no thinking. Then you cannot think, because you can't do single point meditation successfully if you start to think. You are not allowed, you are not supposed to think. You're just supposed to focus. But this is not only meditations. There's like review meditation, there's analytical meditations. The analytical meditation is so important, meaning you need to think. Okay. So I think it's good to take time every day, a little time, just sit, and think. And just ask yourself, what is self? And what is your answer? What is self? There's so much been built on that, feel overwhelmed, feel so heavy, so angry. What is it? What is it? What's self? Yeah. Mm. Nature. So probably you heard, some of you heard first time, some of you heard this many times. So now this sutra, Heart Sutra, is so important because it challenged the root of all our problems, That's why this sutra is so powerful, because shunyata, the good understanding of emptiness or shunyata is very much needed. So the quantum physics for Buddhism is not new. It's not new. It's not like discovered by West a few years ago. No, it's there like 2,000 years ago. What's called shunyata? It's what's called shunyata. The quantum physics now they have reached. Their conclusion may be nothing exists. From there, so Nagarjuna theory about shunyata start. No, there's something. You can't say there's nothing. Maybe everything that's projected by your mind is gone. So now that's ultimate truth begin from there. Ultimate truth begin. Right now, can't see because caught up with these conventional realities. Your mind sees something, your mind project, and that's what you see, and that's what you believe. Then you just stuck. Can't go beyond. So it's good to know to take some time every day. Take some time, just sit, breathe, relax, and just ask, what is self? That was so overwhelmed, so upset, so stressed out, so fear. What is it? What is it? Just see. What is it? Really help, okay? Because that's going to be a powerful meditation because it tackles the root of all the complications, all our complications. Root of samsara. Self grasping that you grab so tightly on this notion of self that you have probably no clue at all. Probably never bother to analyze. You just go with that along, but that's mistake. It's time to analyze. Okay. This is the kind of like, what is it? There's a text called, composed by Lama Tsongkhapa about praise to interdependence. So, Chuji Chini Katsabas, Chu refer Chu means you, means Buddha. Lama Tsongkhapa saying Buddha. How many teaching Buddha taught? 84,000 scriptures, all here. There's all these books from bottom to all the way up, all the way up there, down there, all of them. Unfortunately, it's in Tibetan. So, whatever has been said there, for what? Why? For what? Chuji Chini Kazaba Lama Tsongkhapa. Chuji in the text called Praise to Interdependent. Same again. That's all this that text in that text, Lama Tsongkhapa talks about emptiness. That's all. Chuji Chini Kazabas, whatever you said, whatever you taught, Lama Tsongkhapa saying to Buddha, whatever you taught. Chuji Chini Kazaba Tendenili something juice. It's all based on interdependent. There's no independent. That's just your idea. There's no independent. Everything happened based on cause and condition. You can't just say, oh, it just happened, or nothing just happened. It's just what you say. It's just your idea. Nothing just happened. Everything happened based on cause and condition. That's what it's called interdependent. Sanskrit called Sambuddha Patra or something like that. Chuji Chini Kazaba, Lama Tsongkhapa said, whatever you taught is all about interdependent. Because of this, that happened. Because of that, this happens. Or nothing just happened. You say, oh, it just happened. Oh, it's coincident. Oh, there's no coincidence. Everything is based on cause and condition. Just to whatever the Buddha taught is all taught you to understand interdependent. Why is so important to understand interdependence? For freedom. Freedom. From what? From samsara. Oh. That's the only hope of Buddha and only goal of Buddha. Buddha's hope is not material gain. Buddha have no interest. There's no interest. Oh. Why? Because Buddha left kingdom. That clearly he has no interest about wealth. He left the kingdom in very young age. What is his goal and hope? Liberations. For whom? Everyone. That's what he wants to see. Everyone be liberated from samsara. Is just for nirvana. To be precise, according to the word, nyange dechi, for nirvana. Same liberation. You have, that's the only goal and hope you have, liberation, nothing else. So then who said the Lama Tsongkhapa, so you see here there's a statue, there are 3 statues in the middle, Lama Tsongkhapa, Tibetan masters. Same birthplace of His Holiness 14th Dalai Lama, they are born in the same place, same region. So, just some like, I say, maybe kind of introductions for the text. Oh, very good text. Okay. So now I'll start the text. So that's why I just explained briefly, not very well, but briefly, so the well as I could explain the importance of the Heart Sutra. Okay.
The Heart Sutra is on page 76 in the Gold Prayer Book.
So there's a lot of like philosophical debate I'm not going to go through. It'll just explode your head. So there's no need to just jump to the text. Only, so there's one stanza, Tamula probably aware. Shakyamuni Buddha was married. So before he went to the wilderness to meditate, he has son, was married. Son called Drajinjin, that's the name of the Rahula or the Rahula. So in Tibetan called Drajinjin. That's the son, the name of the Buddha's son, Drajinjin. I think composed this stanza mainly praise to his mother, praise to his mother called Maya Devi, Jumalanje, Maya. And, yeah, Maya Devi. So Maya usually means like, what is the, if you create something out of magic, it looks almost perfect, like she's like beautiful like that, beautiful like probably like magical creature. Maya Devi, that's a Buddha's sorry, that's Buddha's mother, Queen Maya, that's Buddha's mother. I don't remember the Buddha's wife's name. So anyway, so Rahula composed this stanza to praise his mother, meaning Buddha's wife. Remember, you watched the movie of the Buddha? Remember the name of the Buddha's wife? No. It's okay. It's not that important. You can, without knowing Buddha's wife's name, you can still study emptiness. No need to worry. Really, you remember Buddha's wife's name? Huh? Yashodhara. Oh, Yashodhara. Yashodhara. That's the proper way to say Yashodhara. I wanted proper way to say Yashodhara. That's the proper pronunciation. So then, I don't remember the name in Tibetan, but there's Tibetan name. So anyway, Rahula, Buddha's son, composed this stanza, praise to his mother, Yashodhara. Mother. So this for sake of knowledge. If you want later on, who composed this stanza? This stanza was composed by Buddha's son, Rahula, for what? Praise to his mother, Yashodhara. Okay, so for the sake of knowledge, need to write it down so later if somebody asks, then at least intellectually you can benefit them. So then, to samla di masam jume shara paroji maje minga namge moji suzo rangi ribe iji tutun jaya yumna suzo rangi ribe iji tutun jaya yumna chaselo. That's the stanza that's composed by Rahula in Tibetan, but you have no clue, so you don't understand Tibetan, but better to Lamula will say in English.
I pay homage to the sublime mother of the victorious ones of the three times, the inexpressible.
Here 3 times, past Buddha, present Buddha, future Buddha, 3 times. That, for the sake of knowledge, that 3 times refers to past, present, future Buddha. Okay, all the way, 3 times Buddha. Isn't it?
The inexpressible, inconceivable, and indescribable perfection of wisdom, which is unborn, unceasing, and has the nature of space, and which is the object of perception of self-aware primordial wisdom.
So the here directly, what is that? That is Shunyata. It's not Yashodhara, it's Shunyata. No, it's not talking about it, but this is a praise to his mother Yashodhara, but this main subject is Shunyata. That's why you cannot explain exactly the way you experience. You can talk about, you can explain. Or say it again, repeat word, English word, repeat. The whole thing, yeah. Yeah. No.
The inexpressible.
Yeah, so that
See,
slowly, inexpressible. You can express exactly the way you experience or you understand, okay?
inconceivable.
Yeah. Masam, ma. Yeah, so I'm not sure what that what is. You understand? Okay.
And indescribable.
Yeah.
Perfection of wisdom.
Yeah, that's the perfections. Not the wisdom itself, the perfections. The perfections refers to shunyata. That's a shunyata, that's the emptiness. You can't explain, you can't describe. If you experience, you can't explain. So see, there are things that the word cannot explain. You can't say they don't exist because there's no word to express or explain. This is like more like modern scientists thinking if they can prove that they say it doesn't exist, but that's not true. So now that, I don't think they can explain emptiness. Closest thing they can get is a quantum physics. So that is now looks like leading conclusion is like nihilism. So that's not good. Middle way, free from two extreme view. One is super exaggerated, one extreme view. Another one is nihilism. So then you are not free from two extreme view. Then you are not in the middle way. It's called emptiness. Is called middle way. Middle way, free from those two extreme view. Middle way. Okay. So then, oh yeah. Then can you continue the word again?
Which continue.
Yeah,
Or
not from the homage.
which is unborn, unceasing, and has the nature of space,
Mhm.
and which is the object of perception of self-aware primordial wisdom.
Mache manga namking was it's like space. What do you see? Like this. Is there anything? There's nothing. What are you experiencing? What are you experiencing? So something so incredible you experience. What it looks like? It looks like space. Doesn't look like umbrella or books. It doesn't look like. It looks like just space. So mache manga namking was so that space is not nothingness. It's something very profound. If scientists say there's nothingness, they are not understanding. That is no nothingness, is something very profound. Something very profound. Emptiness is not nothingness. It is something very profound. But you don't see anything. You don't see anything. It's almost like mirror without reflections. Zero reflections. It looks crystal clear, but there's no reflections. It's so pure, there's no reflections. That's more. That's the closest you can get, like space, like space. What is it, space or
Yeah, the nature of space.
yeah, nature of space, nature of space. Well, sometimes when you go to the park, lay down, they look up when the sky is so clear. I wish you got in Patagonia. So Patagonia, you can see this blue, like really blue sky because there's no much. Patagonia, there's called town called Apuy, and there's small town, 2,000 people there, not many factories. So like my hometown, like 14,000 feet. My hometown, you look up there at night, it's so clear. So like autumn, uh, yeah, autumn, night sky around probably 2 o'clock or maybe 3 o'clock, somewhere there. Then you look up, oh, that's the time. If you divide the season, you don't see summertime, wintertime, spring, no, autumn time. You can see the true nature of sky color at night, autumn. So you can, here we have 4 seasons. You can try just cause the autumn, the look on the dinner. Yeah, what is it? Continue. Sorry.
And which is the object of perception of self-aware primordial wisdom.
Oh, so that stanza, okay. Rahula prays to Yashodhara, his mother, but actually the main subject, actual subject is Shunyata. It's like Shunyata. Oh. So that's typically we recite at the monastery. Masam Jame Shara Paraj, Maji Minga Namging, Susa Tidum Jayayum, Charles Hellos. Then we chant Heart Sutra. There's like a very extensive version of chanting. That probably takes like 6 hours, 6 hours. The text you can just read 5 minutes. You can just read. When you chant, why you chant? Meditate. They word by word they meditate. So there's like then middle version of chant. That probably takes like 40 minutes. Then you can just say that probably takes 10 minutes. That's a way to do it. There's a different way of doing. Okay. So that so now in the monastery there are what we call puja was sponsored by people for all kind of reasons. Some like some may have or their business is so successful, so they want to appreciate, or maybe somebody's sick or somebody's dying, all kind of reasons. So maybe different vision, different intentions. Before the benefactor get into the temple, there's like thousands of, in my monastery, there's like talking about 5,000 monks. So there's a line that's like this. Each line, they're hunted from the benefactor goes into the line. Takes probably like maybe 40 minutes to each line with incense. If monk can see who the benefactor are, who sponsors the puja, they can pray. They can pray. That's the reason you go around the land. So before they came in, so Heart Sutra has been recited. So then with maybe 3 claps, 1, 2, 3. So kind of this sutra is so powerful, kind of Buddha's lifetime, this was set it up. Some people may have bad intentions. They're making puja for bad intentions, maybe they would hurt someone. So those bad intentions will not succeed. After the Heart Sutra, they will do 3 claps, all the monks, so then after that, the benefactor can walk in. So there's the one time that every day puja, they recite Heart Sutra. Also, we are supposed to, I don't follow the traditional way. That's very closely. You can blame me. So, but in every teaching, so you are supposed to recite Heart Sutras before the class, but that's not happening. So, but you do know, right? You do know before the teaching that you are supposed to recite Heart Sutra. Huh? We did that when my teacher came. Yeah. 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 Teaching, remember, preliminary prayers, we say Heart Sutras. No chanting, no, I never taught chanting. So that will take like about 25 years, another 25 years. First of all, I don't have good voice. I don't know how to. I've been here like how many years now? 26. 26 years. I've been here how many years? 26. So, 26, I haven't chanted Heart Sutra, so get very rusty now. So Geshe can teach. I never taught Heart Sutra chanting here, but What I'm saying is, someone, are you aware that we do said when my teacher came, we say Heart Sutra?
We've always practiced Heart Sutra.
Linda, you know? Okay, so that good to know. Otherwise, somebody will say, oh, how come that Geshe Gelek is here now, 26 years? Nobody knows. The Heart Sutra, saying Heart Sutra preliminary prayer, that's probably not good. Because we are not saying, because we have only 1.5 hours. If we say too many prayers, then there will be very little time left for the class. That doesn't make sense. We have once a week. Monastery, we have every day, then here once a week. So then you see a lot of prayers, so then just kind of minimize the time. Okay, so just you need to know the traditional, you need to know Heart Sutras, because this is all about removing obstacles for receiving teachings, for like able to finish the text that you started, like Heart Sutra, any text. So there's many reasons why the Heart Sutra has been said, Heart Sutra has been said. Okay, for powerful sutra. So so then sometime, like if there's not much time, so then you just say the mantra. Theata, God, Par, some God, Bodhi, so you just say the mantras. If there's like if there's very limited time, so then you set mantras. So whenever you have time, we are supposed to say the Heart Sutra, but we are not doing that. The blame part goes to me. So, but at least I think so that's good. Uh, the next time when you go to other centers, oh, they are saying Heart Sutra. We are not saying Heart Sutra. Clearly, Geshe Gelek is not following the traditional way. So, for reason. That's like, I thought study is more important than saying so many prayers. Studying is knowledge is more important. Okay. One thing. Then the stanza. That stanza. Alhamdulillah, I want to say one more time. So that stanza you should say before you say the Heart Sutra. Okay. Then of course Rahul prays to Yashodhara. So you should probably remember. Generally speaking, the mother is the kindest person the minute you're born. So you need to remember, it's not like only Mother's Day once a year. That's something that you remember every day. Don't remember like once a year. So that's not good. That's not enough. So then when you say the strength, you should remember kindness that, they will receive. Okay. One more time that people can hear.
I pay homage to the Sublime Mother of the victorious ones of the three times, the inexpressible, inconceivable, and indescribable perfection of wisdom, which is unborn, unceasing, and has the nature of space, and which is the object of perception of self-aware primordial wisdom.
Oh yeah, that's good. So now one more thing. Where the hearts have been taught, vultures peak. You recently visited Vulture Peaks. Why it's called? There's like called Jabu Cup. Jabu means king. Jabu Cup is more like not kingdom. That's the West as how it refers to resident of king, resident of king. Jabu Cup. No, they are called like. Can you now read the Heart Sutra in English a little bit? Maybe 1 second, 1 second. I need to explain first a little bit. Just go. Mm, mm, mm. Sorry, I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared as a professor. Professor that prepare for class. There's always like on time, but I'm not like that. So I beg your pardon. Excuse me. Okay. So, no, that it's called Vulture Peak. I think we just visited for Suzanne here. Susie just visited. Read the Pumbo, Chago Pumbo, if the way Bamsa. Chago Mambo Pumbo, so that mountain probably from the distance it looks like a vulture. Vulture. So that's what Vulture Peak that looks like. There's one way to explain. Susie, does looks like vulture? Yeah, one not whole mountain, one little part looks like Vulture Peak. Yeah, Susie just visited like not that long ago, I think a few weeks ago. Rinpoche da rite lumbu chagu if the way of Hamzata, chagu mangbu but if you base. Or it looks like the part of the mountain looks like vulture, or maybe the whole mountain looks like piles of vulture, pile. Yeah, piles of vultures looks like. Mm. But that's not the main subject here. That's the way the place they were Buddha taught the Heart Sutra. I just explaining the place. Not that important, but Chagu Pumbo. Chagu Mambu Rosa is the reason Sung Be Gone Tabamza. Chagu Mambu Rosa is that. Puni de be chibi chan nam je sil je ne mene pung shem. So then another explanation, when Buddha was 58 years old at that time, the ear was like metru. Metru means like a fire snake. You know, we follow lunar calendar. We follow not the sun, moon. We follow lunar calendar. Every year there's the animals associated with the animals. So I think Buddha was, when he was 58 years old, it's not very far from Buddha, where the Buddha was enlightened. So Buddha was there in that region quite a time. So then when Buddha's going up to that mountains, on a ship it says, Duji Chaguji Suzu Trudesa. So the demon manifests as a vultures to trying to harm Shakyamuni Buddha. You know. Chagu do the retail shape say Duji Chagu Suzu Trudne, Tembe Chugu Kedes. So what happened? The vulture took Buddha's upper part of the rope. You know, the vulture took the Buddha's upper part of the rope. Read the Porwaje. Then they drop that upper part of the rope on top of that mountain. The vulture drop. Then the Porwa Dojun, then it eventually become stone. So now I'm not sure like what modern scientists will say. Now here you do see the tree become stone, right? You see that. I'm not sure the fabric ever becomes stone. I don't know. Did you say Jagre read the poem Dojuniza Dojun Rimdu Chapwala Jagre Pumbo Chimbu Tasoshin. So that's why this manifestation of the demon of the bunch of vultures took the Buddha's upper part of rope, then throw there. That's another way to explain. That's why it's called Vulture's Peak. Okay, it's not that. So now, when I visited there, long time ago, it's kind of dangerous. So now there's cable cart. Yeah, but there's cable cart, right? No? Yeah.
There's
There's some place, but there's like people's cart, the people carrying people. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that like now road is much better. When I went there in 1981 or there, like the road is very, very bad and like it's very hard. So now the road is almost like highway. Up, hard now. Yeah, before there's like just narrow path. There's no road. The narrow path is all dirt. There's a lot of bushes. Like it's like going through the bushes. So now it's kind of like cement paved. Like, oh, yeah, so I'm the unfortunate one. So when there's no path, so we went there. So now, fortunately, people now they have path. They don't have no worry about the snake bushes right next to them. Yeah, they're there. Oh, so these are the just explanation about the place. Okay, the vulture peak, vulture peak. So now, Dongmu Shepala. So, actual sutra. Sherab, in Tibetan is called Sherab Nyingpo. Sherab, the Heart Sutra, Do. Sutra means Do. No, Sutra actually means Sutra either taught directly by Shakyamuni Buddha or something happened like Q&A because of Buddha's blessing. Not Buddha necessarily taught, but it happened because of the Buddha's blessing. But it's happening between Q&A. So there are like not every sutra is taught directly by Buddha. Sometimes sutra happens because Buddha in deep into meditation and the power of this power of the meditation, then people are, this like Heart Sutra, like Q&A between our Lord Dishara and Shariputra. So actually the Sherab Nyingpo Do. So this is the essence of there's like one sutra, there's like 17 volume, meaning 17 books, not like this, like that, very thick. Probably the thickest one here somewhere there. There's 17 of them like this. If you put it like Western version of book, it will be like probably like this. One volume is like going to be like this. 17 of them. Not just that. Then there's another called Niti. There's another 7 or 8. Altogether, how many? 50 something volumes summarized into Heart Sutra. So that's what's called Heart Sutra. That's called Heart. Heart of what? Heart of this Panchaparamita Sutra has thousands of pages, probably millions of words, thousands of pages, condensed into the Heart Sutra, a few pages. That's called Heart. That's why it's called Heart, meaning of Heart Sutras, Heart Sutras. Heart of, not every sutra, heart of Panchaparamita Sutras. Heart of the Panchaparamita Sutras, Like same like essence of the body. If there's something happen to the heart, rest of the body, it doesn't matter. It all kind of stop. Same like that, Heart Sutra. Just for the sake of knowledge, Heart of Panchaparamita Sutra, Panchaparamita. Another name for Shunyata, Paramita, another name for Shunyata, same thing. Yeah, now actual sutra, sentence, that's very typical way of writing Tibetan books. Sentence, meaning of the name, the meaning of the actual text. So then, Tangbon is Jagara Ketos, Jakar, India, came in the Indian language, in Indian language, meaning not like Hindi nowadays they speak in Sanskrit. There's like used to have 4 famous language that exist in India. Yumirashike, the natural human language, whatever they talk, the human talk to human, different part of him, called human language. Haike, the Sanskrit is considered as the language of celestial being. Maybe that's how they communicate, celestial being. We humans say wow, wow, wow. They say emaho, emaho. That's like celestial language, emaho. That means wow. Then we say great, probably they say alalaho, alalaho. We say oh great, great. They probably say alalaho. So there's like so Sanskrit is considered as like a divine language, divine language. Shazak, so then they are like probably language of demons. So then Shazak, there's a language of smell eater or something like that. Anyway, no, Jagarake, in Indian language, and here they refer to Sanskrit. Okay, Sanskrit. Why they put it Sanskrit there? Because this was taught in this whole conversation happened in Sanskrit, translated into Tibetan. Every translator, when they translate teaching, all the teaching from Sanskrit, all the minor teaching from Sanskrit into Tibetan, all the Hinayana teaching for all the Vinayaka Sutra, when they translated to Tibetan from Pali language to Tibetan. So Tibetan translator, probably great help from Indian masters. So they put it Sanskrit there, right there. This is not a part of the teachings. They just put it there. Why they did that? Because they believe there will be 1,001 Buddha will descend to our universe. Shakyamuni Buddha was the number 4. Number 5 was the Maitreya Buddha. So every Buddha will teach in Sanskrit language. So they're just able to say Sanskrit, so they're hoping that you have some imprint. So that's the reason. Okay, just for the sake of knowledge, why does Sanskrit doesn't mean Tibetan. Every Tibetan speaks Sanskrit. That's mistake. Not like that. This is the very particular reason why they put it there. They are hoping you to have imprint. Maybe who knows if you'll be born as a human again, Maitreya Buddha's time, you can able to understand the teachings when Maitreya Buddha taught teaching Sanskrit. So this okay. Ta Jagarake dos in Indian language, Bhagavat, Buddha, Bhagavat, Tanza Paramita, Pancha Paramita, Pranja, Tanza, doesn't matter which way you say, Pranja, Tranja. One of them, the master said, if you're from eastern part of Tibet, you say Tranja. If you're from the central part of Tibet, you say Paranja, Tranja. Doesn't matter. That's for Tibetan business, no need to worry. Paramita, the paramita like perfections, paramita. Paramita. Siddha is like heart, essence, heart or essence, okay? Pyogedo juna chumden dema sharaja patoshima nyingbo sheja di doti tsenru. This is the name of the sutras, Heart Sutra. Same way Gobar is the reason why there is name, why there's a title. Ming madana do khain to me vishin. Yeah, they make sense. If you don't call, then people can associate, oh, this sutra is what kind of sutra? No, so they can, therefore there's a name. Then now explaining the heart or essence. Oh, then as I mentioned before, is the summary of all this, like thousands of pages of the Panchaparamita sutras condensed into this sutra. That's called heart. That's called heart or essence, same thing. 저도 되면 도이양 도시죠 이노죠. 다 좀더 이제 고마 탐지 도디 도와 이야 이야 인데스. 대신에 보충할래서. And not just that, not only the Panchaparamita Sutras, Buddha's core intentions of teaching all these 84,000 scriptures is kind of like indirectly summarized into Heart Sutra. 다좀 되지 고맙은데 양을 대고 다 보시고 양을 다와 집에 탑도 동문도 셔다 임페 들라시라는 것이 자스라는 것이 자. 나 So in order to liberate ourselves, so we need good understanding of shunyata. What is the difference between understanding, realizing, and understanding? What's the difference between realizing and understanding? Knowing, understanding, realizing. Knowing, understanding, realizing. What's the difference? Why there are three words? Yeah, in English, yeah. Now then, understand, that's okay. That realizing. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That's a good order. Yeah, realization. That's what you call realizations. Experience. So, understanding is needed. Good understanding is needed in order to gain realizations. Realize, you can say, oh, I realize, I understand emptiness. I know emptiness. I understand emptiness. I realize emptiness. Then you are saying something deep. I realize emptiness. Eventually, I realize, eventually, now I understand, now I realize. Yeah. So then, of course, in the end, the realization is very much needed. Realization is very much needed, okay? Good understanding leads to realizations. Anything, first, need to see the benefit. If you don't see the benefit, then there will be no effort. There will be no interest. No interest, no effort, no result. If there's seeing the benefit, another way to say having a faith, pretty much same thing, seeing benefit, then there generates interest. The interest, effort, then based on the size of effort, there will be result. There will be some result based on the effort. Zero effort, hoping big result, nothing would happen. So that will not happen. So result is based on the effort, okay? Realizing it. 난 양에서 도준이 송바 탐제 심지지 심지티마. When you say my conscience, what that means? Huh? Make some sentence, make few sentences about the conscience, my conscience. When you say, make some sentence, make few sentences about conscience, my conscience.
Conscience is like a moral guide.
Yeah, moral guide.
Yes.
So when you say, make some story or sentence, when you say, what kind of circumstance you say, my conscience?
If you act virtuously, you will have a clear conscience.
Oh, clear
If you
conscience.
act non-virtuously, you have a heavy conscience. I don't want to say guilt.
Heavy conscience.
Yeah, kind of a burdened conscience.
Is that consciousness or what?
No, it's conscience. It's CONSCIENCE. Conscience.
What is it? It is like feeling, or what is it? Your guide?
Yeah, it's what tells you what's right and wrong,
Your
It's like
guide
knowing inherently what is
that-
right and what is
your
wrong.
guide, is that consciousness or form or like it's not consciousness? Consciousness is not consciousness.
No, it's conscience.
Huh?
It's conscience.
Part
It's a
of your
different
mind.
aspect.
Is it mind?
Yes,
a
but
part
it's a
of-
different
part of
aspect
your
of mind.
A part of your mind that tells you what is right or what is
When
wrong.
you say part of mind, that means mind. It is
Mhm.
mind.
It is your mind, but it is the part that tells you, oh, I shouldn't do that. Oh, that's the right thing to do. That's the wrong
It
thing.
is it self? Is it self or no self?
I wouldn't call it that.
It's no self.
I would say it's more related to karma because your conscience is what helps you to do virtuous actions and
Yeah, it's a
words.
thought, though.
Huh?
It's a thought that you bring forth, you allow to come forth.
Well, that's karma, right? I mean, there's three
It
doors.
is, it is like consciousness.
Mm, no, that's awareness.
It's
It's a
awareness.
thought. I mean, it's just
Conscience.
a
So
thought.
then like good conscience, now you say good conscience, bad conscience.
both.
Bad conscience means that you are like consciousness been contaminated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
What is the difference between bad conscience and contaminated mind?
Same thing.
Sorry, I'm not trying to be here difficult, but I try to understand.
I think by definition, your conscience is not negative because it guides you to do the right thing morally. So it's more part of your intellect, I think.
Your conscience is self or no self?
I think it's part of your intellect, your thinking mind.
Or part of your intellectual mind?
I think so because it guides you morally. And so I think if you do something bad, people don't say that your conscience has guided you to do that. Your conscience will make you feel bad about doing something negative.
Okay.
Having a guilty conscience is what we
Moral
call
compass.
regret.
Compass, they look the directions. Compass, they look the directions.
Yes, it's like a moral compass.
A moral compass.
Yeah, so it keeps you on the right track.
Ah, okay. So then go simjitima. Yeah, strain of mind. No stream, strain. My mind get strained.
Thinking so hard. The mind is
Well, kind of the strain is something they need to purify. Huh? Stain. Okay. Stain of mind. Make sense? Huh? Stain of the mind. How you say simjitima? Sim means mind. Tima is stain. How you say it now? Put it together.
Stained mind.
Mental stain. Huh?
A stained mind.
Stain mind.
Yeah.
You don't say like stain mind. That sounds like no hope.
Well, it's polluted, but it can be clean. It can be
Stain of mind.
purified.
Stain of mind, no?
Similar.
Normally, what do you say? Yeah, normally, what do you say? Simjitima.
Wouldn't that be an afflicted mind?
So that's why I was wondering, clean conscience, the dirty conscience, they're like, yeah. So then now say that is with the stain. Say that with the stain. Can you say that with the stain?
If I do something wrong,
My
mind
mind is stained.
feels stained.
Feel stained.
but we wouldn't really, we don't say that.
Maybe it's a time to say good night. Maybe I'm by falling asleep. The same jitima, same jitima, same jitima. Yeah, usually it's like it's more same jitima. There's a term, same is mind. Tima means stain. Same jitima, stain of mind. Usually different terms usually refers to delusions, afflictions. There's another way to say afflictions. Same jitima. Oh, okay, that's very good. English, you don't say stain of mind. Ah, oh. When I say stain of mind, you don't understand. Ah, I see. Okay, same jitima, same jitima. Yeah. Okay, maybe time to stop. Okay. Yeah.
Can you say the Lama's name who wrote the commentary?
Tentar Parampo, Tentar. Mm, mm, mm. Tentar, Tentar, the same as like my teacher's attendant, Tentar Paramba, the Laramba Gishi, Tentar Laramba. Was born, is the sorry, so you sorry, I probably I should read this before I say. So was born, sorry, was born in Mongolia, and probably then of course Mongolian, which is very, so then I very young age went to central Tibet, Lhasa, went to Lhasa, capital of Tibet. Then went to Drebung Monastery. Drebung, there's the university in Tibetan Buddhism, like Sera was founded by one of the Lama Tsongkhapa disciples, Saturday, this coming Saturday, his like anniversary. Who founded monastery, the I study, Sera Monastery. The Drebung was also founded by another Lama Tsongkhapa disciples. So Ganden was founded by Lama Tsongkhapa himself. So the Drebung, then he went in a very young age. And these three monasteries, all they are, even though Tibet is quite big, this old monastery is located in Lhasa, the capital of Tibet, central Tibet. So he went in a very young age, Gonglo, then he studied there like almost 30 years, studied in Drebung Monastery. Gonglo Sosumza, then, and when he was become like 33 years old, and he became the abbot of that Drepung. Within the Drepung is college. Then there's a regional house. There's two of them, Gomang. So then he became the abbot. When he was 33 years old, he became the abbot of that monastery. Gunglo, Gulong Doramba, Doramba Kuzinjun Zeza. Then Langdon Lama, that's one of the great, our Sreche monastery, Lama from Sreche monastery, great master. So he took ordination, took tennis. Then he was like, received so many teachings from Langdon Lama Rinpoche, Tantra and Sutra, both of them. And like when he was 71 years old, so then he taught many younger generation, taught Panchaparamita Sutras. So then 5 great science, Tibetan science. Then Gunglo Tunjuk Tosa. Then when he reached, when he was 76 years old, 76, Tenjuji Deba, Tenjuji Lorjin Deba Sazum Zeza, Tenjuji Deba. So then Kanjur usually like sutras, another way to say Kanjur Sutra. Tenjur, all the commentary from this Indian Pandit, Narendra scholar, they wrote commentaries. So then Lama also wrote some commentary for commentary also Nagarjuna, Vasubandhu, Dignaga, all of them. This all the teachings are here. Everything's here. So then he also wrote some commentaries on those. Tenjur means commentary from Indian scholar, meaning from all of them are from Nalendra monastery, which Suji visited not that long ago. So that now it's all ruined. There used to be like the huge university, minor university. Okay? Oh yeah, thank you very much. So then see you next Wednesday, or maybe some of you see you tomorrow. Okay, yeah.
Okay. Please turn to the yellow tab. You should be on pages 235 and 236, and we'll read the general dedication prayers. Yeah. Gewadi
Yo.
ra
No.
yune do wa chi kya maluka Dei sala gerpasho Janchu sencho rinpoche ma ke panam ke juchi ke wanyampa me payang gone gondu pewasho Jampe power jita kempadang kundu zampo de ande jinte de da kungi jesu da lochir kewa di da tamche rab tungo. Dusun shepe gewa tanche ki ngowa ganla chodunga pade da she gewe tawa di kunkyang sampo chirchirab dungo walgi. Dagi jine sape gewadi tendan doa kun la gampedang kepara jetsun lo zanda pai tempe nimpo rindu seljesho. And then turn to page 244 and we'll read the long life prayer for His Holiness. Whoops. Gandhirawe korwe shinkam dir pendan dewa malu jungwe ne chenre zigwan tenzing yatsoi shape site bartu tengu chi. Then 245. Long life prayer for Master Sarah J. Cancer Rinpoche Jetson Losandela. Jonu iya nang la wang shotu awatare tsembara sopa lozang gewe de don le pelcho jasur gengyu lama sowa dev. And then if you turn to the back page, the inside back cover, we'll read in English the prayer for the swift return of Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche. Peerless teacher and assembly of the children of victorious Ran, Stravakas, and Pratyeka Buddhas, victorious Losang father and sons, along with the lineage masters, all the objects of refuge of infinite lands, please bestow the virtue and goodness of accomplishing this prayer here and now. Holding and spreading the Muni's precious and complete teachings through explanation and practice, wear the armor of patience that is never discouraged, incomparable venerable Guru, to you I make requests. While striving single-pointedly for the sake of the victorious one's teachings, the sole gateway through which all benefit and happiness emerge, and from other living beings, you suddenly depart to peace. What a great loss. Nevertheless, through the undeceiving truth of the blessings of the ocean of the three jewels and the great ways of bodhicitta of the children of victorious ones, may the smile of a reincarnation swiftly beam in for fortunate disciples. Then the inside cover, first a long life prayer for Geshe Gelek. Gewe lam la dempe de punchok, leshe dampa teweni moje, Turkey zawa miton shenen chok, dapa ponwe lama zapten shik. Supreme Guide, you lead us on the many paths of virtue. A shining sun, you give us the best of excellent explanations. Supreme virtuous friend, you are constant Dharma companion. Lama, who is renounced fame, may you ever remain. And then the one for Geshe Sangpo. Gewe Chuki Bachara Tenching, Pelden La Me Dang Yak Ni La Chang, Samper Jawen In Senda Shepe, Shenen Chepo Kutserap Tenchi. And then 7 Tara mantras. Om Tare Tu Re So Ha. 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 Om Tare Tu Re So Ha.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Thank you, Geshe.
Good night, Dharma friends. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Good to see you all.